Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff with Adam Banks live stream. We will get started in 4 minutes. What is this? Okay. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. See. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, gosh. Come on, man. Come on, man.
To MediaLex Radio, WLXU 93.9 LPFM, Lexington, Kentucky.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of Lexington Community Radio or its board of directors. The views expressed are solely those of the programmers.
You are listening to Off the Cuff. Now, here's your host, Adam Banks.
Welcome everybody to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks coming at you live from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for listening to the show and thank you for tuning in to WLXU 93.9 FM. In addition to listening to us on the radio, you can check out our Facebook live stream at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, or you could stream the show from your phone, computer, or from anywhere at our website at MediaLex.us. I am broadcasting from the WLXU studios here at MediaLex on North Limestone. It is March the 5th, 2026. It is just like Christmas time for me around this time. I love March. The March Madness series where I talk about nothing but college basketball will be coming to Off the Cuff. It is a special that I do in addition to my regular Thursday live show. And the first show will be on March the 15th, starting with a Selection Sunday show. More details to come on that. So much to get to. So much has happened over the last week. We've got the announcement of Mitch Barnhart retiring as the athletic director at UK. My man Dave Buzz Baker was let go from his job with JMI Sports. He has been on the air for 37 years with Kentucky Athletics, and they yanked him off the air. And Buzz holds a special place in my heart because he was Off the Cuff's very first guest. And I will talk more about that as the weeks progress, folks, but I have to start off the show with something very serious. And before I get to that topic, we also have a special guest in studio today, two special guests in the studio. We have Lisa Hager. She is the director of the 11th Region Kentucky Basketball Tournament for high school sports. And we also have the halftime performer of that event coming in to speak with us today as well, Timothy, I Believe, Lamont, and they will be joining us the third segment of the show. So a big show right here today on Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. But folks, I do want to start off with the United States attacking Iran. I woke up on Saturday morning, turned on CNN, and seen the disaster. It was a horrific scene to see, and a lot of people are very nervous. A lot of people are already feeling the effects from the economy due to this recent attack. Now, you may be wondering, why did the United States attack Iran? Well, there are a few main reasons for this. Number one, the main goal was stopping Iran's nuclear and missile programs. Also, they are wanting to do a preemptive strike. U.S. President Donald Trump said he believed Iran might attack first, so the U.S. struck before that could happen. Also, another reason is Israel's conflict with Iran. Israel has long considered Iran its biggest threat, and Israel launched the initial large strike, and the U.S. joined the operation. So it wasn't just the United States; it was United States teaming with Israel to make the attack on Iran. Now, also, there is wider regional tensions. The conflict is a part of a broader rivalry involving Iran versus Israel, Iran's support for armed groups in the Middle East, and U.S. military bases and ships in the region. So, in simple terms, the U.S. attacked Iran mainly because of escalating tensions over Iran's military capabilities and Israel's security concerns. The United States said the strikes were meant to prevent a larger attack and weaken Iran's military infrastructure. So, folks, there's always a reason behind, especially something behind that. Now, the conflict could cause more conflict that we just seen last Saturday. Iran has launched missiles and drones against U.S. bases and allied positions across the Middle East. Now, this could draw in additional countries from the Middle East region. It could lead to attacks by Iran or its allied militants against the United States forces abroad, and potentially increase cyber attacks against U.S. targets. So it's always very scary when you hear news like this. Now, how does this affect the United States? Well, it affects our economy. If you've not noticed yet, gas prices are already on the rise. Gas and energy prices in the U.S. could increase. I say could because, folks, they could increase more than what they are. I was talking to my producer out in the lobby before I came in. He said he drove by a gas station and it was already $3.99 a gallon. So I could see that even getting higher than that. Inflation could rise or remain higher for longer than policymakers are expected. So that's all we need, right? More inflation, more high prices. U.S. military personnel in the region face greater danger. There's potential for cyber attacks targeting U.S. infrastructures or institutions in retaliation of what happened last Saturday. And the bottom line is the U.S. involvement in strikes against Iran, it marks a significant escalation that goes beyond limited military action. And it's now part of a broader conflict involving regional allies and Iranian retaliation. This situation carries economic, security, and strategic risk for the United States, and it could influence energy prices, military deployments, international relations, and domestic politics for months, or possibly, folks, years to come. And now you may be wondering, why is it that gas prices go up in situations like this? What's causing gas prices to raise, and what's causing that to even be a thing? Well, apparently there is something that, and if I can find it here, there is something that Iran has over there that interferes with transportation of oil, and it could end up causing, that's the reason that gas prices are going up. So it's a very scary thing. I mean, at this point in the economy, everybody is always digging deep into their pockets to find more money, more cash to buy on things. So this is the last thing that we need to happen to our economy. And it come out of nowhere. There has been flirtation with attacking Iran for a long time. It's just finally here. And a lot of people are worried during times like this, with a good right to be. Some people have family, friends in the military, and there is speculation on how far they're going to take this. And only time will tell. And folks, we will keep you updated on all of that right here on the show as things happen. But folks, we have a lot to get to today. We have a great show ahead of you. You are listening to Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Listening to Media Lex Radio, WLSU, 93.9 LPFM, Lexington, Kentucky.
Media Lex only exists in our community because of the generosity of signal boosters like Mercedes Harn.
Hey,
Thank
Melissa.
you for your ongoing commitment to the voice of the people. To learn how you can become a signal booster, visit MediaLex.us/donate.
At Radio Lex, we want to keep our community safe.
Per the ACLU, if the police or ICE are at your home, stay calm and keep the door closed. Opening the door does not give them permission to come inside, but it is safer to speak to ICE through the door.
You have the right to remain silent even if the officer has a warrant.
You do not have to let police or immigration agents into your home unless they have certain kinds of warrants.
If police have an arrest warrant, they are legally allowed to enter the home of the person on the warrant.
What's up,
if
Kyle
the
Coleman?
person is inside.
Buddy, I haven't
But a warrant of removal
heard from you in a long time.
/information
Hope you're doing well.
I-205 does not allow officers to enter a home without consent.
Radio Lex is committed to providing trustworthy information to our community.
For more information, visit radiolex.us or aclu.org.
Media Lex is grateful to Founder Circle members Griffin and Sarah Wiley Van Meter for their generous investment in our mission, a level of exceptional giving that reflects the spirit of our founder and community champion, Deborah Hensley.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. It is March the 5th, and today's national holiday is National Name Tag Day. I'm a big name tag guy. When I teach my classes, I always like my students to wear name tags. I always bring in name tags on the first day of school, and I make them wear them the first week. And that's the reason that I do that. It might sound silly, but how else am I supposed to remember everybody's name? It helps me put a name to the face. It helps me register and clock who I'm talking to. And eventually, after the first week, I get used to it. Name tags are a brilliant invention. And on this day, we celebrate National Name Tags. Name tags, I feel like they make people more human, and people pay more attention to the people who pass by them or who they pass by every day when they have a name tag on. With over 7 billion people in the world, it can be easy to feel alone. It can feel easy to feel small. Name Tag Day allows everyone to be in the spotlight a little, and everybody knows your name. Think about how good it feels when somebody says your name. I always try to say people's name when I'm communicating with them. If you catch me calling you man or sir or bro, it's because I don't know your name, and I hate that. And it's not something I'm proud of, but I love to call people by their name because it makes the conversation more personable. It makes the person feel more seen. So I'm a big name tag guy. Now, in 1862, a man in New York named John Kennedy offers to make engraved discs to help soldiers with identification, but is turned down by the War Department. Now, name tags are everywhere, not just in schools and in certain business conferences. The military uses name tags. I mean, they use name tags to identify the soldiers. In 1959, the popular Hello, My Name Is name tags are introduced by Sea Line Products. That's the popular name tags that you see today. Hello, my name is, and you just write on there with a big old marker your name. 1960, the name tag is introduced as a plastic identification tag for soldiers. Now, here are some fun facts about name tags that will actually blow your mind. The U.S. or the use of name tags by the military can be traced to laundry tags, which were used to identify clothing belonging to different people. Back in 34 AD, the Roman Emperor Nero invented name tags as a form of punishment for offenders. Quite aptly, the phrase name tag comes from the Middle English word tech, which means touch or tap. Here's another one. During World War I, U.S. Navy official tags had a print of the sailor's right index finger on the back. It had a print of the sailor's right index finger on the back. And then finally, from 1969 to 2015, the Army put soldiers' social security numbers on their dog tags. Why do we love Name Tag Day? Well, it makes the world a true community. Now, imagine living in a neighborhood where everyone knows your name. And I'm not just talking about the theme song from Cheers. You'll feel safer and less lonely when you are with people whose name you know. So name tags make you feel like you're in a place where you know everybody. It makes people feel special when they are called by their name. Everyone deserves to feel special. And that is why on National Name Tag Day, you get a chance to do that. Call people by their name. I wish that we just always had our name on our shirts. I just wish that that was just a part of our wardrobe so we could call people by their name. It instantly makes you feel good. And think about how good it makes you feel when somebody calls you by your name when you didn't even know they knew it. Somebody that you admire or look up to, when they look at you and they say your name, it just makes you feel just more important. And we get to meet new people, and it's easy to meet people when they have their names on their shirts. Now, some ways to celebrate National Name Tag Day. You could wear a name tag, obviously. You could ask somebody their name if you don't know it. And just go around all day calling people by their name. When you're talking to people, just use their name and watch and see what happens. It will make the conversation feel much more personable. All right, folks, this seems like a great place to take Off the Cuff's Song of the Week break, and we are going to listen to a good one. This is my man, Will I Am, with his song, Get Your Money. We'll be back after it's over. My Facebook might have quit working. It is March, which means basketball is in full swing. The peak of basketball is this month, and not only for college basketball, for high school sports as well. All of the regional tournaments are currently being played, folks, because that determines who goes to the actual state tournament, the Sweet 16. And that's what these regional tournaments are all about. That's why they're so crucial. Some people enjoy these regional tournaments better than they actually do the Sweet 16 because of the grit it takes to make it to the tournament. And some of the best basketball action in high school happens at tournaments. And I specifically talk about it today, folks, because we have two people representing the 11th region tournament today, Timothy, I believe, Lamont, and Lisa Hager. They will both be in studio in just a few moments for me to talk to them. But the 11th region tournament is what we'll be talking about. And there are some good teams in the 11th regional tournament. Madison Central and Western Hills have already played. Madison Central won that one. This is the girls' regional tournament for the 11th region. And then you've got and then also played was Paul Lawrence Dunbar, they defeated Scott County, and then Franklin County defeated Berea. So we are now looking for the final matchups of that, which will take place Sunday, March the 8th. Now, over here on the boys' side of the 11th region, you've got Great Crossing defeated. It says here on the schedule, it says Model. So I don't know who they defeated. But they are advancing into the next round. You've got Lexington Catholic defeating Bryan Station. And then still to play tonight, you've got Frederick Douglass taking on Franklin County. And that game will be at 6:15, so just a few hours away. And then also tonight, you've got Madison Central taking on Tates Creek. And this is all to go to the state tournament. It is a very, very exciting. And some basketball tonight. Now, looking here at the Sweet 16, they've already released what region will play what region. Region 9 will take on Region 7 in the Sweet 16. Region 4 will take on Region 13. Region 5 will take on Region 3. Region 12 will take on Region 11. Region 6 will take on Region 14. Let's go KCC. It says Region 8 will take on Region 2. Region 10 will take on Region 15, and Region 16 will take on Region 1. And that is the boys' Sweet 16 tournament. Man, I tell you, that 10th region is going to be tough. But so is the 11th region. A lot of things happening there, and that's what we're talking about. The 11th region is taking place still tonight, and it will be at the Baptist Health Arena at Alumni Coliseum, which serves as the home of EKU basketball and volleyball, seating 6,500 people. They recently just did a $55 million renovation in late 2025. So the venue now offers modern amenities. So go check it out. They've got new seating. It is a place. I like the EKU arena. I think that it's very impressive for the amount of students that they got, and it's a good place to watch a basketball game, especially when you got people like Lisa controlling it and Timothy, I believe, Lamont in there throwing it down. Halftime performer. And folks, we have both of those guys in the studio, and they're going to be joining me coming up after these words on the third segment. I can't wait for you to hear the interview that I've got going on with them. So folks, when we come back, we will have both people in studio. Lisa Hager, the director of the 11th Region Basketball Tournament, and we've got the halftime performer at the 11th Region Basketball Tournament this year, Timothy, I believe, Lamont. And folks, we will talk to both of them after these words. Stick with us. You are listening to Media Lex Radio, WLXU 93.9 LPFM, Lexington, Kentucky.
MediaLex is grateful to Founder Circle member Ellie Venn for their generous investment in our mission, a level of exceptional giving that reflects the spirit of our founder and community champion, Deborah Hensley.
This is Linda, the host of Proudly.
Don't waste those rotting pumpkins and gourds. You can let them compost in your yard, or you can throw them in